The supplies that we're going to be needing are cardboard. I have lots of it. You're going to need scissors for cutting the cardstock, which you will also need. We have tape for holding our quadrants together, and we have white glue. We can also, it would be preferable to use glue, hot glue guns, but I'm assuming that most of us don't have those at home. So we're just going to use this for now, and if you want to make it more permanent, hot glue is what I would suggest for you. The first thing that we are going to need to do is to take our cardstock, which is a little bit stiffer than regular white paper, and we are going to make a perfect square out of it. For those of you that have followed along with the foldables exercise, you'll remember that what we need to do is line up the one edge, folding it over like this, making sure we have got a point there. And we're actually going to be making 4 of these. What I'm doing here is I'm just going to be cutting off the end of that rectangle so that we will be left with one perfect square once the triangle is unfolded. My original words were describing a project, but for this particular video, all we need to know is that we're going to be building a pyramid in 4 quadrants. You need 4 of these, but before we do the next part, I'm going to actually fold this one more time so that we've got a nice triangle that looks like this. And when we open it up, it looks like this. And what I'm going to do is, because this fold is making a corner like this, I'm going to cut from the bottom here all the way up to the middle, not farther, and you'll see what happens in just a second. I'm just going to cut down here. And once I've cut that, the paper already wants to move together like this, and all I'm going to do is put a piece of tape on here. And that's going to hold it. Try to make sure your fingers are clean so you don't get ink smudges all over it. And there is one of the quadrants that we are going to be needing. I'm going to put one more piece of tape on the back of this just so that it's not flopping around. And I need 4 of these. Time to speed up. You'll know you've done it right when it wants to go together right away, and you can just put the tape down. I've glued these in the past. It does bubble the paper quite a bit, so. Okay, so what we've got is the 4 quadrants, and what we want to do is we're going to have a project that looks somewhat similar to this. For this, in order to be able to be something that we can carry around, because once we put plasticine or glue down some pictures and stuff like that, it is going to get a little bit more flimsy, and that is why we have the cardboard. Now, if you're not sure how big to cut the cardboard and you don't want to just glue it onto a massive box, what you can do is you can use this to measure out how much cardboard you need to cut. And all I need to do here then is fold this out like that, use a pencil to trace around here, and then use an X-Acto blade or get an adult to cut this out for you. And then you'll have a nice base, just like this. What we'll do next is we're going to use the white glue. Like I said, you can use hot glue instead, and all you're going to do is put down enough to cover everything here. And if it comes up, you can just glue it down again. Move this down here, nice straight edge. This one here. That's just going to dry. I don't need to worry about that. And this one should fit in right there. And we now have a beautiful thing that we can use for pretty much any 4-quadrant piece of information project.